They're off. Great start to the roar of the crowd. And Quick Ransom on the inside was one of the first to jump out with Sweet Glory. And out Pompeii. And the Gossips in behind them going forward, followed by here that Bell and Oppressor. And Alcove is prominent as they come down the straight the first time, being followed closely by River Verdun. Deeper on the track then is Pindy, and over on the outside, Gold Sovereign is going up in a hurry. They're followed by Jeune. Coachwood is in behind them. Top rating now over on the rails, being followed by Paris Lane and Double Tiger. Air Seattle just in behind them, followed by Tail Bell, being tracked up there by Vintage Crop. A length and a half further back is Major Decision. Glastonbury is second last, and Clifton Gale is last of all. Racing down the straight the first time, Gold Sovereign the leader by a length and a half. Sweet Glory on the inside of Oppressor. Out three deep as Alcove as they pass the stands. They're followed by River Verdun on the outside of Quick Ransom. Tail Bell followed by our Pompeii and Pindy. A length further back as Gossips on the rails. Double Take Jeune. They're followed by Coachwood. 1.5 Grass Valley on the inside of Hear That Bell. Going out of the straight, four deep as Vintage Crop. He's very wide, followed by Air Seattle. Top rating is parked away on the inside. Paris Lane's got a long way out of his ground. He's running about fifth last as they go along the riverside, being followed by Impala. Major Decision in behind them, followed by Glastonbury, and last of all Clifton Gale. They're racing along the riverside in the Cup now, and they've got just over 1,800 metres left to run. Gold Sovereign the pilot, about 2 lengths to Alcove, is now over on the rails on the inside of Oppressor. A length and a half to Sweet Glory, closely attended by Tail Bell. River Verdun. Over on the inside, Quick Ransom is enjoying a nice run. He's followed by Double Take, a length and a half out Pompeii. Gossips three deep to Pindy. A length away as Jeune, followed by Grass Valley. Then came Coachwood, and further back to Hear That Bell. Vintage Crop's never been on the track. Air Seattle is back behind them. Top ratings a mile back, followed by Starstruck, and Paris Lane has only three behind him. He's on the outside of Impala. Major Decision, Glastonbury, and Clifton Gale is last of all. Around the back, and Gold Sovereign making every post a winner. 1,250 metres out. He's about 2 lengths clear. Moving up on the outside, second is Tail Bell. Half a length further back on the rails, then Oppressor, being followed by Alcove and Double Tiger. And then came Gossips, who's over on the inside, being followed closely there by River Verdun going forward, and just in behind them Sweet Glory, followed by Jeune. Back along the inside, then at the head of the others, making up some ground is Pindy, and they're followed by Vintage Crop around the outside, and dropping back in the field there towards the rear of the field is Major Decision. They're coming up past the 800 metre mark now, and Tail Bell had sprinted up on the outside to join Gold Sovereign. They're followed by Double Take in the picture round the outside, River Verdun, and then came Air Seattle. Oppressor is back behind them, followed by Vintage Crop, and Quick Ransom's dropped out of it sharply. He's near the rear with Clifton Gale as they commence the run around the home turn. Paris Lane is making up ground from a long way back. He's running on at the top of the straight. Many chances. Oppressor on the inside has taken the lead in the Cup now. Double Take, the New Zealander, coming down the outside. Jeune there on the inside. Elko putting in a run. Deeper on the track, here comes Paris Lane, and Impala is down the outside. And Vintage Crop is struggling, but Jeune is the leader. Paris Lane on the outside, and Impala finishing very strongly. Jeune is in front with 100 metres left to go. Impala and Paris Lane are trying hard, but it's Jeune for the Melbourne Cup. Jeune is well clear, and Jeune wins the race by a length and a half. Paris Lane ahead away third to Impala. Fourth, Double Take. They're followed by Alcove, Hear That Bell, and Vintage Crop, and behind them Grass Valley and Top Rating, and back behind them in the field at the head of the others would be Oppressor, being followed by Starstruck and Major Decision, Glastonbury, our Pompeii. Gossips well back with Coachwood, followed back behind them by Air Seattle, Pindy, Sweet Glory, Tail Bell, and among the tail leaders Quick Ransom with River Verdun and Clifton Gale. Well, there is a clear-cut victory to Jeune in the 1994 Foster's Melbourne Cup, and a great ride by Wayne Harris on the imported stayer for Sheikh Hamdan bin Rashid Al Maktoum. Jeune, number 3, wins the 1994 Foster's Melbourne Cup, ridden by Wayne Harris. Number 6 is run second. That is Paris Lane, after a photo was called, ridden by Damien Oliver. Number 9, third, a big run by Impala, the Queensland stayer. After an inglorious run in the Caulfield Cup, he's done a great job to finish in third place, but a mighty run by a top horse in Jeune, who was favourite early in the piece. And it was thought that if he won the WS Cox Plate, he'd go on to the Japan Cup. He didn't win the Cox Plate. He performed ingloriously, not making the turns there. But today on this big track at Flemington, that close second to Paris Lane and the LKS McKinnon Stakes has topped him off for this race today. And he has proven too good in the Melbourne Cup. Victory goes to the import, Jeune. and he's won it in great style. Jeune, the winner of the 1994 Foster's Melbourne Cup, $20.40, $6.30 for the place. Number 6, Paris Lane second, Gallant in defeat, and Paris Lane at $2.70. Third, number 9, is Impala, ridden by Larry Cassidy at $13.30, result of the Melbourne Cup, as we take you back to Nick Robin.
OK, we won't go back to Nick, but thank you very much to Sky Channel and Johnny Russell. Well, a marvellous story there. Wayne Harris, I know that Johnny Tapp will be overjoyed by that. It's a great story, that. So the numbers are 3, 6 and 9, and we'll have official TAB dividends. Please note they're Melbourne totes for that very, very shortly. That's where we'll ask our relay stations to leave us. And for our Sydney audience, Brian.
Mate, what a race, that Jeune. It was a good run, wasn't
Fantastic. It only had the one bad run, really, and that was in the Cox Plate. Good run last start. It's a lovely story, the Wayne Harris story. Well, you know, he's had all sorts of problems, injury troubles this time last year. You know, he had problems with a finger. They thought they were going to have to, they had to take a finger off. They thought they were going to have to do even more than that. And now he comes out and wins the Melbourne Cup. It's just fantastic.
Isn't that wonderful?
He's a lovely bloke, and it's just a great story.
Yeah, I think that's wonderful. And Paris Lane, a great run there too.
Fantastic run for second. Impala third. Of course, we'll have official last, because I know a lot of sweeps will want to know about that. And as soon as we get those New South Wales totes, Brian,
you're looking into that, Petey?
And we will indeed.
I've got to go
and ring up, see if I get another job, because all my money's gone on vintage crop. But apart from that...
Well, Mrs. Bosley, darling, you can come home and have dinner with us tonight.
She probably got it in a sweep. Knowing Mrs. Bosley, darling, she's probably loaded.
Good on you, mate. Thank you, Peter Bosley. So, Jeune, Wayne Harris, number 3 first, 6 Paris Lane second, Damien Oliver, and third Impala, number 9, and Paris Lane, my friend Robert Musson, who is the most magnificent jeweller in the world. He backed Paris Lane today because he's got 2 sons. Well, he has 3 sons, but 2 of them are named Damien and Oliver. What a shame it wasn't Damien Nathan Oliver, and Paris Lane would have won. But there you go. Now, look, did you have a big win today? How did you go? You win again? If you did, give me a call, 13 13 32, right here on 2UE, because if you did good at the GGs, we've got the BGs, and you win again.